Hey everyone, if you've been watching my videos and you've had nothing better to do with your life than to scour the internet in search of hidden clues that will ultimately reveal some insidious plot to tie everyone's shoelaces together to form a kind of rat king like Katamari ball made up of all of the world's shoes, then you may have noticed in your search for clues that behind me, actually, I have a copy of Hamilton, The Revolution, which is a picture book about the musical. I'm a huge fan. I've listened to the soundtrack on repeat so many times now that the words have lost all meaning, and I'm worried that if I stop playing it, that something terrible might happen. I'm actually listening to it right now through my headphones. But as much as I love Hamilton, I really don't want to nitpick here because I think Lin did a fantastic job overall. There's only so much history and context that can be addressed in the span of 2 hours. But there is one thing about it that kind of irked me a little bit, and it has to do with the fact that the historical figure of Hamilton, besides accomplishing all of the things that get enumerated throughout the musical, Hamilton was also a very well known or very well renowned mathematician who, among other discoveries, is largely credited with the invention of quaternion algebra. Not a lot of people know that. Frankly, I'm not all that surprised because to me, this just serves as yet another example of mathematicians and scientists having their contributions be overlooked in popular culture. But it did shock me that there was little or basically no mention of mathematics in Hamilton. At most, they just counted to 10. I mean, what is that? That's not real math. That's just counting. And I can't believe that they left out the part where Hamilton comes up with the formula for quaternion multiplication. He's walking outside with his wife, and it just comes to him in a stroke of genius. And he's so inspired by it that he immediately carves the formula into the side of a nearby bridge using his pocket knife. I mean, that has to be the most exciting story in the entire history of mathematics. And to leave that out, it's I think it's largely a problem with casting. Speaking as a mathematician, I felt very underrepresented in this production. As far as I'm aware, I don't think any of the cast members even identified as mathematicians. I don't know. Some people I've talked to think that maybe Lin-Manuel just couldn't come up with a good rhyme for quaternion. But come on, I mean, it's so obvious. I'm not throwing away my quaternion.